Aquarius, welcome to your 5-card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click on the description box. Why is it so hard to shuffle cards while I'm talking? See? Much better. As per usual, you can click on the description box below and it talks about the significance of the spread and the placement of each card. You can also click on the playlist above to look up past readings by astrological sign, starting with the most recent. Here we go. Ooh, man. You are working very diligently on something. However, the end result is not your own. Okay? There is... what's the word I'm looking for? Not a higher power. There is a very strong energy that is between you and your goal. And it's not something that can be overcome easily because it involves an entire process that you may not be in control over. If this is a vocational spread, okay, you might be manufacturing a product of some sort, but you don't necessarily have control over the market. Does that make sense? If this is a personal relationship, you are putting in all the work and somebody else is criticizing all the work that you're putting in, but are they putting in the work? You know, are you carrying this? So the overall energy is the devil in the upright. So this can represent vices. It can represent bad habits. But for this particular reading, I'm looking at riding the line between success and excess. Are you burning yourself out on something that you don't have control over? Are you trying to do all the work on something, but you don't know how the process is going to play out because the other energy is not necessarily working with you? That's what I'm going with here. You're looking for balance and you're looking for reciprocity, but that reciprocity isn't here. I'm not seeing it from the other energy. So like I said, you don't have a good understanding of the viewpoint of the other person or entity that you're working with because you have been working so hard to carry it all. You have the Queen of Wands in the inverse. You're taking a very political stance on, if this is a vocational thing, you're taking a very political stance on how things should move forward and how a business should work. So you're telling yourself, if I work hard enough, then the market will work with me. And that's not always the case, okay? If this is a personal relationship, you are wearing a mask saying everything's fine as long as I keep putting in work, as long as I keep putting in work. But what you're forgetting to do is check in with that other person and see if they're willing to match your effort. Yeah, so you don't have 100% control on changing whatever it is you're processing and strategizing, okay? Only a portion of what you're working on is within your control. You have your area of control, you have your area of influence, and you have everything else. And right now, you're focusing on every little thing you can control, and you're still trying to control your area of influence as well, but you don't have that. You're even stretching out to this area that you have no control over, and you're working it over in your mind as if you did. But the truth of the matter is, the facts are that you are very overworked in this process. You are putting in all the energy. You are putting in all the time. And you are not focusing on the things that are not in your... Well, you're focusing too much on control. Yeah, see, you feel as if you continue to move forward and you continue to just work as hard as you can, that there will be some underlying victory here. But the truth of the matter is, you don't know. There is a piece of the puzzle that you're missing, Aquarius, in order to move forward. And you think that that piece of the puzzle will fall into place with enough hard work, you know, with a little bit of elbow grease. And the fact of the matter is, the piece of the puzzle depends on this whole other energy and entity, and you're ignoring that fact. So don't look past that. Really look at what you have control over, and really look at what you're trying to control that you don't. Because anxiety stems from the loss of control. If you feel like you don't have control over something, you get anxiety about it. It has to do with your hippocampus. It's a whole brain thing. It deals with your schema and your upbringing and your core values from a psychological level. And it's just not fitting. But you keep thinking, if I keep working, this will fit. And sometimes you have to accept that it's just not fitting, and you have to go with the flow from there. So Aquarius, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next week.